with me. Walk with me.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to tonight's City of Cedar Falls regular City Council meeting for Tuesday, January 20th. We'll call this meeting to order. Madam Clerk, roll call, please.
Schultz.
Here.
Latta.
Here.
Nago.
Here.
Hallbaker.
Here.
Fairbanks.
Here.
Chrisman. Here. Dunn.
Here.
All members present, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. And if everyone's willing and able, could you please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you, everyone. I'll look for a motion to approve the regular meeting minutes of January 5th.
So moved.
Second.
Motion and seconded. And any discussion from council? Seeing none. Any from the public? All seeing none. All those in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? That motion carries. Madam Clerk, any agenda revisions?
Item 15 over the resolution calendar is being removed.
Thank you, and I believe that was a site, or the levy for a mowing cost that got paid off, so we had to take that off. Didn't have to, we got to take that off.
Got to.
All right, and that will move us to public forum, so speakers will have up to 5 minutes to speak on any topics relevant to city business. If there is an item on the agenda later tonight, you can please wait till that time. Otherwise, anything else for the city, you can get up today. Name and address, please.
Yep, Gabe Grodehouse, Homeway Drive, Cedar Falls. Mayor Laudick, council members, just want to say thank you for the opportunity to speak. It's actually going to be very positive tonight. I just want to say thank you. I'm very encouraged. I saw the job posting come out for the new administrator, and I just want to say it was encouraging to see what you guys are looking for, the candidates we're hoping to recruit. I would just want to say I'm as optimistic as I've been about the future of Cedar Falls. Yeah, I know I've given some pointed and direct feedback, and just thankful for you all listening, for the communication. I'm sure you saw our petition fell a couple hundred signatures short. Despite that shortfalling, I'm still very optimistic about the future leadership for this city. I hope this pattern continues of looking for qualified subject matter experts. I know we've got great staff here, some great qualified people, also some people who may be retiring in coming years, and so I'm sure this body will get to make some of those decisions again, and I hope this pattern continues of looking for qualified folks who are subject matter experts who can bring best practices here. It seems like from what I've heard, both inside and outside City Hall, there's a lot of optimism, and I hope we build and continue on that. As far as our form of government goes, I hope the conversation continues. I look forward to what could be. Look forward to your leadership, Mr. Mayor, and your council's leadership on that discussion. I think there's a lot of people in town who would still like it to have that discussion at whatever rate you all would like. I would say, I said it before and I'd say it again, if anyone has any questions on things I heard while I was talking to people or my perspective, I'd be happy to share anytime. I know Cedar Falls isn't perfect, but I'm really excited about what's ahead. Hopefully starting an ADU project here soon. I'm excited about that. Excited about the new elected officials here. Excited for what you all can bring, and excited for the form of government conversation to continue. So I just want to say on the record, thank you. I'm excited for what's ahead. Proud to live here in Cedar Falls. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Grodehouse, and thanks for all the conversations over the last year. Just name and address or affiliation, please.
Rich Kurtenbach, Blackhawk County Board of Supervisors. Thank you, Mayor, Council, for the opportunity to come and visit tonight. One of my goals in serving the people of Blackhawk County was to connect people with the services that the county offers and does. And one of those, last June, we held a town hall meeting working with TJ Koingsfeld, our assessor, and helping people understand how their property values are assessed and how that process is done. These days, a lot of people are concerned about their property taxes. How your property values are set is the first step in what happens with your property taxes. So in just groups, I've found that maybe 2 out of 1,000 people might know how this process actually is done. So these town hall meetings we're having, there's going to be a flyer here. There is a QR code that you can get to from either the county's website where we have this posted. We're doing some notices on Facebook as well. But we have been doing these. We did a set last June, and we had not too good a turnout. The weather was too good. So we figured February might be a better month for getting people to show up. But we would like folks to know that they can come to this. The one on February 5th is at the Cedar Falls Public Library, 6 to 7:30. There is a QR code, or you can go online to get registered. We are concerned if all of a sudden there's a big insurge of people not having enough seats. But the second one is going to be on February 24th at the Waterloo Library, same time, 6 to 7:30. If you would, I don't know, some people I just tell, take your phone and take a picture of this and pass it along. If you know, everybody has had a question, what's going on with my property values? So this is a topic I keep getting people asking about, but they don't want to take the time or they haven't had the opportunity to learn how this process is done. So we're making that available to them. The second thing we just want to advise folks of on part of the county's services, there has been a change in representation, how things are going to happen with the county. Part of that is House or Senate File 75 has taken the decision for the voters of Blackhawk County and now put your county supervisors in districts. We are going through the process. A map has been decided on for the Blackhawk County. Just today at our board meeting, we assign which districts will be for 2 years or 4 years. You can also find more of this information on the county's website as well. There will be more information coming. But we do have this situation where you could have all 5 supervisors not be in there again next year. There's a very concerning situation with that. We have a district that has nobody in it, and today, the 5 supervisors, so there will be changes. We're interested in what's going to happen with this, but no, until December 31st of 26, the 5 people you have are very committed to serving the people of Blackhawk County the best they can. So with that, I do have to apologize. Usually I've been trying to make it to 2 of the city council meetings throughout the county each year, and tonight I got a daughter-in-law that just got awarded the Teacher of the Year award from the VFW, so I got to run, but normally I'd like to stick around and visit with you afterwards. I did leave business cards. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate. Get a hold of us, give us a call, email. I'm not the only one. There's 5 of us there. We take this seriously and helping the people in the county. Please let us know. And with that, I'll leave a couple of these for the people and get them posted around the area in the city council and city buildings. Appreciate it.
Can do. Thank you, Supervisor. Thank you. And congratulations to your daughter.
Yeah, daughter-in-law.
Daughter-in-law, yes, thank you.
You're welcome.
Just name and address, please.
Lindsay Coda, 1105 Lakeshore Drive. Good evening, everyone. Thank you for inviting me to speak. Like I said, my name is Lindsay, and I'm a member of the Shields Tiger Performance Center Committee. We are a 100% volunteer-based group comprised of Cedar Falls parents and community supporters. We gathered for the first time as a volunteer committee in February of 2022, and in 4 years' time, we raised $5.6 million. This, in addition to a $3 million IRS energy credit, puts us $1.4 million short of our goal to complete the facility. If you've been out by the high school, you'll see that we've started building. We reached enough of the funds in order to start construction, and we believe we will be able to raise the last 1.4 in order to complete it on time. This last fall, we completed the application for the Health Trust Fund grant, and we're pleased to learn that our project was recommended for funding by the Health Trust Board. Following this announcement, we were informed that the City Council must approve the recommendation. In December, it was shared with us that the city would not be including this funding in its budget. Given the Health Trust Board's support of our project, it is clear that they recognize the value that this facility will bring to our community and our local businesses. However, based on the feedback our committee members received from the council, it appears that the City Council may not fully yet understand these benefits. I would like to take this opportunity to provide you with a copy of the grant application that we submitted to the Health Trust Board. This document outlines the positive impact the project is expected to have on community members as well as the Cedar Falls economy. It is our understanding that the city is also interested in constructing a turf field for similar reasons, to increase tourism, stimulate economic growth, and serve our community members. We see these projects as complementary. The Shields Tiger Performance Center will offer an indoor track, multiple courts for activities such as walking, running, pickleball, basketball, volleyball, just to name a few. An indoor turf facility would be a natural and valuable addition alongside the Shields Tiger Performance Center. Respectfully, if a volunteer committee of 9 community members can raise $5.6 million in 4 years, we are very hopeful our City Council would support our efforts by approving the Health Trust Board's recommendation to fund our grant. Should you have any questions, the names and contact information of the committee members are in the packet. I gave it to Danny when I walked in tonight. I realize it's long. I don't expect you to look at it tonight or right now, but we really wanted you all to see this is much more than just building a gym connected to the current gym at the school. There's a lot of things other cities are doing. If you have kids or grandkids who are frequenting Iowa City, I was in Waukee this weekend, Grimes, other school districts and other cities are putting together these facilities. Waterloo is doing one now, and I'm a big supporter of the Cedar Valley as a whole, but we want our piece of that pie too. So we feel like this is our opportunity, and I'd really like you guys to check that out before you turn down the recommendation from the Health Trust. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Cohen. And thank you to all the work you and the team have done for raising for this project. Is there anyone else for public comment this evening? Just name and address, please.
Good evening, Kim Jordan. And I'm going to take the opportunity today to do a little bit more on the history of Sartori. And I think it's a great tie-in to the allocation of the Sartori Trust Funds, kind of understanding the origin, and yet understanding the national issue that we have and what we're addressing in the state needs right now for being transparent with buildings that are maybe in jeopardy, kind of like the Schweitz building and the Sartori, where they may be escaping the need but yet still have the function and need to provide it forward to the communities. It still is a great asset to Blackhawk County. It drives people in here, and we have a long history of credible hard work ethic here within the city. The Sartoris were very fundamentally grounded. They came in from Germany, but they had Irish roots, and some of them even have the name Mayo established into their lineage, which when you look at what they dealt with back in the early 1900s, Mrs. Sartori had an eye cancer. She went out to New York to suffer and to bring back that to here. Then she was community-minded. Her son went on to become educated and become a lawyer. He wrote up the applications for deeds, and I do have a copy of what we already own, which I feel when we're working as a group and a community, we're speaking on behalf of all, but yet with a small voice, but a large surrounding. This is a lease agreement that is effective until the year 2039 for the area of the Wolf Clinic. The Sartoris, as I've mentioned in the past, never really wanted their name to change. They also wanted to maintain a presence within the area. The foundation was set, the monies are derived from it, and the intention was for progressive health needs that we are addressing. We do have the #2 status of cancer within the nation right now, and it's a great opportunity for us to potentially draw in something. If we are like a Black Hawk community hospital, there's unlimited things that we could do. We just need to form a group. I don't really believe in the whole AI driving. I've seen medical forms where you have to give a disclaimer saying that if you transcribe and your voice comes off as a different word, how good is that in a court? So attention to detail, knowing what we're doing with the property is very added. As we move forward, people have asked, what is it really that you're after? I'm not trying to point out the negatives. I'm trying to strive to maintain so that we do not suffer loss. One of the things within the trust says request must show a direct benefit to the citizens of Cedar Falls and emphasize must be given to health-related purposes within the city of Cedar Falls. We would like to retain the hospital, please, Mr. Mayor and Council. We do not want to lose that. If we need to write a grant request, could we please form a general ledger with the funds that can slot over for that? Could we still, and please put in some ADA compliant? Could we do some energy audits? Could we get it up and running into the reputable status that is going to be able to handle the needs of students that fall? We have a huge water and sewer issue. It's all tied within this health trust fund. It's a muddy issue that does need to be addressed. And there are some things, I believe, when you look at the credibility, and I'd like to just maybe finish with something that is out of the Los Angeles Times, because Joseph Sartori was quite reputable. This is out of the Los Angeles Times. A few men lived to head a great business enterprise for a long period as 50 years. Still fewer emerged from such an experience with faith and courage undiminished, health vigorous, fame and reputation untarnished, friendship still strong and true. Fact and tradition blend in many of the story of Mr. Sartori's forthright honesty, his blunt, spoken speech, his common sense, integrity, the lack of obstination. He is still baffled by any act undertaken in the spirit of showmanship. He still believes that man's character should speak for itself, and his fame rests in the deeds, not words. After a half a century of experience, he remains steadfast in the opinion based on his observations that hard work, industry, thrift, stick-to-itiveness, and absolute dependability are the only avenues for enduring success.
Ms.
Nothing
Jordan,
he has
That
witnessed,
is time, Ms. Jordan.
and he was number 2 in the banking business in California. Amazing. We have that legacy here, and we need to preserve it. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Jordan. Is there anyone else for a public comment this evening? All right, seeing none, that will move us, so shuffle my papers, over to special order of business, item number 2, public hearing on the proposed fiscal year 26 to 2031 capital improvements plan. Do we have a motion to receive and file approved publication?
So moved. Second.
Motion seconded. Madam Clerk, any written communications, or excuse me, need a voice vote that. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Madam Clerk, written communication.
I have no written communications, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you. And then for staff comments, I believe we have Director Rodenbeck.
Thanks, Mayor. So tonight is the public hearing for the 5-year capital improvements program, or what we refer to as the CIP. On the CIP, there are 224 projects for a total of over $485 million. The CIP was presented at the committee on January 5th, and the CIP you see in front of you tonight is that same one. As we talked about that night, it is a planning document, so it provides direction to staff. However, most items will come back to council in some form, whether it's a bid document, design contract, consultant contract, et cetera. We will take the items in the FY27 column and incorporate those in the budget, and so when you see the budget come forward, you'll see those as well. So the proposed CIP is before you tonight for approval, as well as the reimbursement resolution that we do every year and alongside it. The CIP was included in the council packet for tonight, so if the public wants to see it, it was there, but once approved, we will actually put it on the website as well as a separate item.
Thank you, Director. Any clarifying questions for Director Rodenbeck at this time? All right, seeing none, again, thank you, Director. That moves us to public comments. Are there any public comments on this item this evening? All right, seeing none, I will look then to close the public hearing and look for a motion on a resolution approving and adopting the fiscal year 26 to 2031 capital improvements plan.
So moved.
Second.
Motion seconded and open for council discussion.
Well, I don't want to, Mr. Mayor.
Yep, go
I
ahead.
want to go without, I don't really have a whole lot of comments to say. You know, we spent hours and hours on this, so people will understand that won't just automatically go, yep, we're gonna vote this. So, and I see Craig over there shaking his head going, well, being the first year around here, spent a lot of time on this and give it a lot of thought. So I appreciate being on the council that does this with great consideration, and to have someone like Jennifer that can answer those questions that we have worked through. So,
Mr. Mayor? Mr. Mayor?
Thank you, Counselor. Go for it.
I would echo those remarks. Even though the process takes time, it was made very smooth by all of the department heads that took part. I really appreciate it.
oh yeah, I forgot about the other department heads.
So, I'd help you out, Gil.
Let the record show all department heads are
Let
wonderful.
the record show.
Thank you, counselors. And just so for more feedback for community, so they understand the process, we'll take the CIP. We've kind of already started drafting that budget. We'll take that, start meeting with council to get a feel for where does that budget fall on expectations, and then that'll all come to a committee of the whole discussion, probably in February. Any other discussion from council? All right, seeing none requires a roll call vote, please.
All members voting aye, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. That motion carries. Takes us to item number 3, resolution declaring an official intent under Treasury Regulation 1.150-2 to issue debt to reimburse the city for certain original expenditures paid in connection with specified projects. Do we have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second.
Motion and second. Any discussion from council? And seeing none, any from the public? And also seeing none requires a roll call vote, please.
All members voting aye, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. That motion carries. Item number 4, public hearing on a proposed North Cedar Estates urban renewal plan for a proposed urban renewal area in the city of Cedar Falls, Iowa. Do we have a motion to receive and file proof of publication?
So moved.
Second.
Motion and second, and all those in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? That motion carries. Madam Clerk, any written communications?
I have no written communications, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you. And for staff comments, we have Shane Graham.
Thank
We'll be
you,
seeing a
Mayor.
lot of you again tonight. You come in waves.
Yeah, a couple times. Thank you, Mayor. Back in December, City Council set the public hearing date for tonight for the new North Cedar Estates Urban Renewal Plan. The proposed urban renewal plan has been developed to help promote new residential development within a new residential subdivision named North Cedar Estates. This subdivision is located north of West Lone Tree Road along the northerly extensions of Hiawatha Road and Pocahontas Road. This new residential subdivision will create 33 lots for residential development and will also include land to be dedicated for a public park. By placing this property into the urban renewal area, the city hopes to encourage this residential development by offering an incentive to the developer to recoup a portion of the installation of the public improvements, of which will be covered in the development agreement, which will be following on the agenda. Part of the legal requirement for establishing an urban renewal area is to hold a consultation meeting with the taxing entities. The city held that meeting on December 23rd. Those consultation minutes are in your packet. No one was in attendance, so it was just myself sitting in a room for about 15 minutes. Another requirement is for the Planning and Zoning Commission to review the future land use map and comprehensive plan to make sure that the urban renewal plan is in conformance with the comprehensive plan for the city. That did go to the Planning and Zoning Commission last Wednesday, January 14th. Those minutes are on your desk. Those didn't make it into the packet because the packet was sent out by then, but the Planning and Zoning Commission did unanimously recommend approval of the urban renewal plan. So with that, staff recommends approval of that. And again, once, if this item is approved, the next item on the agenda would be the actual agreement with the developer for the project.
All right. Thank you, Shane. And open up to any clarifying questions from council. We do also have developer Mr. Sands here as well if you have any technical questions or clarifying questions at this time. All right.
Questions, just happy to see some activities going on there and appreciate the work that's been put in already and looking forward to it.
You have to wait till the next
Well,
part for
okay,
that.
let's get this one.
Now you have to pass the next part.
Yeah, you've already said your piece. You get one shot.
I get one shot.
All right, seeing no clarifying questions, look for any public comments on this item tonight. All right, also seeing none, then we will close the public hearing and look for a motion on a resolution determining an area of the city.
Mr. Mayor?
Oh.
Mr. Mayor, can I comment?
Yes, go ahead.
Obviously, I'm the UNI student liaison, but one of the most important things I think for my identity as a lifelong Cedar Falls resident is that I've been a lifelong North Cedar resident. I think one of the best things that I received being in Cedar Falls was growing up in North Cedar in the tight-knit community, and I believe it can often get overlooked. However, I believe it's a beautiful part of the city, and I'm very appreciative of all the work that is being done for this. So that's all I wanted to say. So thank you.
Appreciate the feedback. Thank you.
Should she have waited until?
No.
She learned from you.
I can say it again.
See what you started, Gil?
I know it.
All rules are breaking down. So, thank you.
Oh, good.
Otherwise, we'll look for a motion, a resolution determining an area of the city to be an economic development area, and that the rehabilitation, conservation, redevelopment, development, or a combination thereof of such area is necessary in the interest of the public health, safety, or welfare of the residents of the city, designating such area as appropriate for urban renewal projects, and adopting the North Cedar Estates Urban Renewal Plan.
So moved.
Second.
Motion seconded and open for discussion. to everyone but Gil. So I will jump in and second that, though. It's exciting to see some new housing development up in the North Cedar area, and I know a lot of the residents shares that excitement. So thank you for the investment in the community, Mr. Sands. Any other council comments, discussion? All right. Seeing none, requires a roll call vote, please.
All members voting aye, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. That motion carries. Takes us to item 5, which is contingent upon that previous item. Look for a motion to pass an ordinance providing that general property taxes levied and collected each year on all property located within the North Cedar Estates urban renewal area in the city of Cedar Falls, county of Blackhawk, state of Iowa, by and for the benefit of the state of Iowa, city of Cedar Falls, County of Blackhawk, Cedar Falls Community School District, and other taxing districts be paid to a special fund for payment of principal and interest on loans, monies advanced to an indebtedness, including bonds issued or to be issued, incurred by the city in connection with the North Cedar Estates urban renewal area upon its first consideration.
So moved.
Second.
Motion seconded, and any discussion from council? All right, seeing none, any from the public? Just name, please.
As we move forward into the future, these things are exactly what we address with the things before us. Making sure that these monies are captive just for that particular neighborhood. Misunderstandings, not knowing why sewer account funds get the health trust funds.
Mr. Jordan, this has nothing to
Yes.
do with the health trust, so please.
It's all related for, when we have general ledgers, but making sure that when we start something new, we are reflecting back as to what's happened in the past so that we don't make similar mistakes, because they have kind of been overlooked. It is a beautiful part of town, and it's really nice that it is getting some updates, but they still are lacking the services, and our taxes are going up. Insurance premiums are up because there's a lack of fire presence. And it doesn't mean that putting something right on this side of the train tracks and the river is just as good as maintaining what we have in that district. And I feel strongly about it too, because I am my son has a property over there that.
Mr. Jordan, this needs to be
I am
specific
just-
to this
I
urban
am.
renewal area, so.
Just so we can look at the same thing that we create here as to what we've had and try to get those monies funneled back, or at least recaptured, and don't lose that in this.
Thank you, Ms. Jordan. Is there any other public comment for this item this evening? All right, seeing none, bring it back to council and requires a roll call vote, please.
All members voting aye, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. That motion carries. Moves us to item number 6, public hearing on proposed agreement for private development with Jim Sands Construction, LLC. Do we have a motion to receive and file proof of publication of notice of hearing?
So moved.
Second.
Motion seconded, and all those in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? That motion carries. Madam Clerk, any written communications?
I have no written communications, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you. And staff comments? Take it away, Shane.
Thank you, Mayor. Now that council approved the urban renewal plan, that gives the ability for the development agreement to move forward. This is a development agreement with Jim Sands Construction, LLC. If council may remember, it was about a little over a year ago in October, council established these guidelines to allow for residential incentives for developers to recoup 50% of the public improvement costs in a new residential subdivision. Again, hoping to spur new residential development. To date, will be the 4th development agreement just in the past year that council has reviewed, and we are still working with a couple other developers on some more. So hopefully we'll see some more this upcoming year. Again, this is for the 33-lot subdivision in North Cedar Estates. Again, it will include dedication of a new park. I believe that is in compliance with the new park master plan and the park guidelines that came before council not too long ago. So that will be part of this first phase. I believe the developer is also looking at future phases to the north of this already after he gets going on this one. So this project's eligible then for the tax rebate for 10 years at 50%. The developer did provide an estimate of what those public improvement costs would be at $2,120,000. So therefore, in the development agreement, it would list a maximum rebate back to the developer of $1,060,000, which is 50% of that estimate. So that would be the maximum, or whatever's paid over 10 years. We are limited by state code to tax deductions for only 10 years for residential TIF, so whatever comes first in that. So if you have any questions for me, I believe the developer is looking to get some homes built this upcoming spring, so he's excited to get moving on this project. And again, if everything goes well, I think he's already looking at doing an expansion shortly thereafter.
Thank you, Shane. And just clarifying note, that would also include the LMI set aside.
I think I mentioned that. Yeah, there's not going to be any LMI component with this, and because of that, then the 48.6% of the available increment will get set aside for use in other areas of the community.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Any clarifying questions from council?
Mr. Mayor?
Yeah, go ahead.
I just have one question, Shane, and I don't know in our conversation if we addressed it. So when you do a project, all the homes have to be built in that 10-year period of time to receive the abatement. Does it just cut off? And if everything's not sold, does it just cut off?
Correct. Yeah, whatever is, if say he's got 30 of the 33 built in the 10 years, yeah, by state code, we can only collect tax increment for the 10-year period. So,
cool, thanks. Thank you.
Thank you, Counselor. Any other questions from council? All right, thank you, Shane.
thank you.
Seeing none, we'll move to any public comment on this item tonight. All right, also seeing none, then that'll take us to close the public hearing and look for a motion and resolution approving and authorizing execution of an agreement for private development with Jim Sands Construction, LLC.
So moved. Second.
Motion seconded, and any discussion from council?
I would make one comment. Having been in the business with Jim for a long time, these people take a lot of risk to go and do this, and they need to be commended and appreciated for us because they're the people that drive and build our community. And thanks, Jim, for moving forward with this, especially in North Cedar. Thank you.
Thank you, Counselor. Any other council discussion? I mean, Gil, you have another shot here if you wanted to jump back in.
Already spent it. Already did it. Way to go, Jim.
All right, otherwise, seeing none, requires a roll call vote, please.
All members voting aye, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. That motion carries. And again, thank you, Jim. You're welcome to stay the rest of the meeting if you'd like. Otherwise, you're also welcome to leave. All right, we'll go get to work. We're waiting for that. All right, that moves us to item number 7, public hearing on proposed plans, specifications, and estimate of cost for the South Main Street Sanitary Sewer Extension Project. We have a motion to receive and file proof of publication.
So moved. Second.
Motion second. All those in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? That motion carries. Madam Clerk, any written communications?
I have no written communications, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. And for staff comments, we've got Tim Bither. Thank you, Tim. Excuse me, Tom. Why am I saying Tim?
Yeah, no problem. Good evening, Mayor and Council. Tonight's public hearing is for the plans, specifications, and estimate of costs and quantities for the South Main Sanitary Sewer Extension Project. The project consists of installation of a sanitary sewer extension along a portion of South Main Street, serving 4 properties located closest to Green Hill Road. The total estimated construction cost for the project is $254,685. The project will be funded through a combination of sanitary sewer rental funds and private contributions. As part of this project, a new sanitary sewer district will be established to be known as the South Main Sanitary Sewer Extension District. The maximum sanitary sewer tapping fee associated with this district is planned to be a maximum of $23,960.67 per acre. The Engineering Division of the Public Works Department recommends approval for the plan, specifications, and estimate of costs and quantities for the South Main Sanitary Sewer Extension Project. I'd be happy to answer any questions. Thanks.
Thank you, Tom. And just a reminder, also for those who weren't here, on that map earlier of the phases, the zones, we're only moving ahead with the Area 1. If we remember, we did not move ahead with Areas 2 and 3, so this would just be for the Area 1 of the project. So any clarifying questions from council at this time? All right, seeing none, that moves us to any public comments on this item this evening. All right, also seeing none, we will close the public hearing and look for a motion to a resolution approving and adopting the plan specifications and estimate of costs for the South Main Street Sanitary Sewer Extension Project.
So moved.
Second.
Motion seconded, and any council discussion on this item?
This is the south end, correct?
Yes,
Correct.
correct.
Okay.
Yep. All right, seeing no other further conversation, roll call vote, please.
All members voting aye, Mr. Mayor.
That motion carries. Thank you, Madam Clerk. Item number 8, public hearing on the proposed plan specifications and estimate of cost for the Cedar Falls West Viking Road Industrial Park Phase 7 project. We have motion received, file, proof of publication.
So moved.
Second.
Motion seconded, and all those in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? The motion carries. Madam Clerk, any written communications?
I have no written communications, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you. And for staff comments, we have Matt Tolan. Thank you, Matt.
Thank you, Mayor, City Council. This public hearing is for the West Viking Road Industrial Park Phase 7. This project involves the extension of Technology Parkway to connect with Union Road, the installation of Discovery Drive, site grading, storm sewers, subdrains, water main, sanitary sewer, connections to the existing industrial park trail system, street trees, and establishment of a landscape buffer. The total estimated cost for the project is $3,351,000. The project will be funded by the Tax Increment Financing Unified Industrial Park, the TIF district. Engineering Division recommends approval of the plan specs and estimate for the West Viking Road Industrial Park Phase 7. Happy to answer any questions.
Thank you, Matt. Any clarifying questions from council at this time? All right, seeing none, thank you again. Seeing none, any public comment on this item this evening? Also seeing none, we will close the public hearing and look for a motion and resolution approving and adopting the plan specifications and estimate of costs for the Cedar Falls West Viking Road Industrial Park Phase 7 project.
So moved.
Second.
Motion seconded, and any conversation from council? All right, seeing none, record the roll call vote, please.
Mr. Mayor, I've screwed up my vote. I've lost the screen, but it's yes.
Can you go back and redo the vote, or can you send it back?
He just lost the tab on the browser.
Oh,
It's probably your son.
oh, gotcha.
All members voting aye, Mr. Mayor.
We gotcha. All right, that motion passes. Thank you, Madam Clerk. Takes us to the consent calendar. The following items will be acted upon by a voice vote on a single motion without separate discussion, unless someone from the council or public requests that it be considered separately. Are there any from the council?
I wanted to learn for my own benefit.
All right, seeing none, any from the public? Also seeing none, I'll look for a motion to approve items 9 through 11 of the consent calendar.
So moved.
Second.
Motion and seconded, and all those in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? That motion carries. Takes us to the resolution calendar. The following items will be acted upon by a roll call vote on a single motion without separate discussion unless someone requests otherwise. Anyone from council? Or any items from council? Seeing none, any from the public? Yeah. One sec here. 21 and 23. Got it. Any others from the public? All right, so I'll look for a motion to approve items 12 through 30 of the consent calendar, or excuse me, resolution calendar, excluding items 21 and 23.
So moved. Second.
And quick clarification, and item 15 as it was removed
Right.
from the agenda.
Right.
The motion seconded and requires a roll call vote, please.
All members voting aye, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. That motion carries. That takes us to item 21. Look for a motion on a resolution approving and authorizing execution of one owner purchase agreement and approving and accepting one temporary construction easement in conjunction with the Greenwood Cemetery Slope Repair Project.
So moved.
Second.
Motion seconded. And any discussion from council? Pull up the item quick. All right, seeing none, any from the public? Just name, please.
Kim Jordan. We are working, and I just need, it's a very historic area. The trees stabilize that embankment. I know that the Ulrich sewer line is one of the things that the capital improvements for $500 million is, I believe that was what was just approved today. Not sure if this is kind of tying in with some of that, but if so, why is that not within that Ulrich improvement that we are budgeting separately? I know that there was great destabilization when Dick Bruns was the park manager, and at the cemetery there's a lot of eroding of the soil and rock that the chain link fence is not really holding back. We've had drought, we've had some heavy rains, but we're still not completely out of the woods as we move forward. And any destabilization really does impact things. It also, it produces, we have the train tracks. It is a pollutant barrier. That's why the trees around the utilities are very important as well, along the riverbank, right in there. We also seem to do a lot of these things when trees are not leafed out. And working in that industry, it's better to be transparent on stuff like this and mark those trees when they're alive so that we can see what value there is, because everything right now looks dormant and dead, and it looks like it needs to be cleaned up. It's very important to not destroy the things that we do have, whether it's by nature or by services, but there is pollutants, there is soil stabilization, there's shade, there's the beauty as you come in off of 218 and near the airport and you're looking at the river bluff. If we start removing that, we're going to be opening it up, and it's, when you look back into history, we were a settlement area for the Native Americans. We had trapping, we had the mills. This is our history, and it doesn't all need to be ripped up and repaired. That sewer project is a disaster, the way they had done it, and it's almost too bad that we didn't have those pipelines filled in when that portion of the Ulrich area was handled. But if this is a tie into that, maybe.
I don't think there's any relation between this project and anything with Ulrich. This is for the cemetery repair, so.
Separate, okay. It still is an important area, and what is the benefit? What is the purpose of having to do that? Can we get a little clarifying on that?
So this is a slope stabilization project just north of Greenwood Cemetery. There's one done about 15 years ago on the very western edge of the Greenwood Cemetery. This is more focused on the center section of the cemetery, I would say. And this specific easement relates to access for the contractor to get down there. We still have not brought the plans and specs forward, but this is one of the first steps. We're still working on railroad permitting and everything of that nature, so.
Okay.
And they still have an access coming in to the far north on the entrance in off of Division Street, I think, the railroad. We had left an open access road in for them on that. So I don't know when we abandon some of those things or fill them back in, but if it's lines, yeah.
All right. Thank you, Ms. Jordan. Any other public comment on this item this evening? All right, seeing none, bring it back to council. Any further discussion?
Mr. Mayor?
Yeah.
Just to clarify, this is an important area, and that's why we're doing this job. So it's protecting the land from crumbling down, correct, Chase? I know that's not the technical term, but we're protecting
Yeah, we've
the
been
cemetery.
monitoring it over the last several years. I would say since I was first started with the city, we've been monitoring it every year. It continues to creep, I'm going to say, south into the cemetery area, so we want to avoid that from continuing to erode into the actual cemetery area. So,
Thank you, Counselor. Any further discussion from council? All right, seeing none, requires a roll call vote, please.
All members voting aye, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. That motion carries. Takes us to item 23, motion on resolution approving and adopting the plan specifications and estimate of costs for the Highway 57 and Union Road intersection improvements project. We have motion to approve.
So moved.
Second.
Motion second. Any discussion from council? And seeing none, any from the public? And just name again for the record, please.
I was reviewing the cost on that. There's plants that are going in, there's landscaping, there's the boulders, there's the removal cost on all of the electric. It just seems, and I just want it very clear on the record, that there may be half of the community that sees that that's a great asset to the entrance of Cedar Falls. There's also a great group of people on the other side of things where we don't like to see the removal of the light fixtures, where for emergency entrance in, you can have the flashing lights, you can stop the traffic, and there's an actual path in for, it avoids the unknown, the guessing. We're not trying to retrain drivers to guesstimate who's going to maybe sneak in and if it's going to have to be a hard hit on brakes. I also like to walk that area. I picked up around 5 beer cans just coming to the intersection, leaving the Birdsell Park area, and I pick up a lot of cans all along there. So I would just like it very well noted that a stoplight would have been just perfect because it would have made people stop. It would have given Highway 57 the prominence that it does deserve. It doesn't need to wait for our economic development and all the pushing of traffic that we're going to have to use there.
Okay. Thank you, Ms. Jordan. Is there anyone else for public comment this evening? All right, seeing none, bring it back to council. Any further discussion? All right, seeing none, requires a roll call vote, please.
All members voting aye, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. That motion carries. That takes us to bills and claims. Do we have a motion to allow bills and claims for January 20th?
So moved.
Moved. Second.
Motion and seconded. Any discussion from council? Seeing none, any from the public? Also seeing none, requires a roll call vote, please. I think it went through.
All members voting aye, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. The motion carries. Any council updates or announcements? I'll just do one announcement just because I like to do this every now and then. Just a reminder to always try and stay as close to your mic. Well, not in it as you can, but just I know I've heard from people that watch it online that say sometimes it's hard to hear us if we're not close to it. So just a reminder while I'm thinking about it. Otherwise, anything else? I was seeing none, any council referrals. Didn't have any in writing, any pressing. And if not, I will look for a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
second.
Motion seconded, and all those in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? We are adjourned. Thank you, everyone.
I was the one that always had the